doesn't matter who rules me. I mean, who in charge of my country or state or anything, as long as they didn't stop the thing that I love, which is mostly entertainment. I mean, to let go of steam and everything, and movies.
MRT. Because now Penang, if you want to from here to another place, very difficult to go by bus. Very difficult. The Rapid Penang not so convenient for the people yet. So if you got MRT, very easy. Because I just back from Taiwan last few days. I go Taiwan, Taipei City. If you want to from here go to another place, it's very easy by the MRT. So I wish the government can have a MRT in Penang.
I would say maybe better parking rates and also better transportation services, because sometimes if you want to take a bus, it's not so, like how they say, time scheduled. It's not on schedule. So sometimes that is a problem for us, because sometimes when we want to go to college and we want to go on time, so when the bus doesn't come on time, then that's a huge problem for us. Though we come like maybe say 40 minutes earlier or even half an hour earlier, so that is a problem. And maybe better bus service would be better.
For students, the state government, I don't see much from the state government, but yes, the BR1 Malaysia voucher, I think the federal government is doing much more for the students.
Yes, we just watched some of the opinions and views from Penangites on what they want from the state government, and also some of the suggestions, to improve Penang, that is their beautiful state. With me is Ms. Tan Cheng Liang, who is MCA Penang Wanita Chief. Thank you so much. You've watched the interviews. Right. We are trying to gauge what's happening on the ground right now as a run-up to GE13. Ms. Tan, tell us what have you been listening and also the feedback that you've got.
Yeah, I totally agree with what I've heard just now, and it is the same feedback that I gathered also from the ground. And that is why, Barisan Nasional has come up, with this manifesto. That is, we will tackle this traffic jam issue, transportation, issue in Penang. And we have heard from all those that have been interviewed, and they share the same, problem that what I have just said. And basically, what I know that is, every year, JPJ issue more than 100,000 new vehicle number, new vehicle plates
in
Penang alone. Okay, so that explains why, that the traffic situation, the traffic congestion in Penang is getting very, very serious.
Yeah.
And we need to have a holistic approach to tackle this. It is not by building, extra underwater tunnel, because that will bring in more traffic volume into the very restricted, constrained space of Penang Island.
So this will be one issue that needs to be delved into. It needs to be probably taken to the experts to be resolved.
That's why we propose a monorail system, which in the long run, monorail coupled with this bus transport, public bus service and taxi service. And I'm sure that this public transport will help to reduce this congestion problem and transport the people, from point to point at a very convenient and a more convenient way, and also less problem, less hassle onto the road, and also environmental friendly. And I think in the long run it's also cheaper, right? Because if all vehicles you have to run, on petrol, right?
And also the parking
and
charges.
also the parking charges, right? And the pollution problem, and also to a restricted island like that, where you have restricted parking even in the high-rise residential area, and therefore, it is actually a better approach to solve the traffic problem. And I know this is an aspiration of the people, that the people want public transport system to be properly planned and also managed and installed.
We'll take a short break. We'll come back with Ms. Tan Cheng Liang, Wanita BN Chief here in Penang, and also talk about what next after the dust has settled when the Prime Minister has left the state visit. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us on GE13 The Showdown. We've been talking to Ms. Tan Cheng Liang, who is MCA Penang Wanita Chief, and she did offer a solution for the traffic problem and also public transportation issue right here in the state of Penang. Now we will like to find out actually what next year. Ms. Tan, time is running out, I understand, for UMNO MCA Gerakan right here in Penang. Is MCA still bound to the mainland?
Why do you say that time is running out? We've been, ever since independent, right? Barisan Nasional, MCA or UMNO, MIC Gerakan, PPP, all the component parties. We've been serving the people. Even though we lost during the last election, we've been servicing the people on the ground 5 years. Our service center never closed. We open.
But isn't that a bit challenging because you're now on the opposition side? There's nothing much that actually can be done. I mean, that is the fact, right?
I think people at large, they are wise people. We used to say that voters are clever people. They know at the end of the day who can bring stability, who can bring economic development. And at the end of the day, what does human want? What does people want? They want to have a job, a secure job. They want to have, a roof over their head. That's right. And they want to take care of the family. And in terms of education, they are provided the education. And in terms of, religion and culture and entertainment, right, and freedom, for them to move around, freedom for them to exercise, their needs. I guess, the people know how to differentiate. And I think Barisan Nasional has done, under the transformation plan of our Prime Minister, he has done a lot. And people can see.
The ETP and...
the ETP, Economic Transformation Plan, and Civil Service Transformation Plan, and also, the Political Transformation Plan. He's even brave to repeal this ISA Act and all the other acts that that the people are asking for it. So I think this Prime Minister is listening to the people, and Barisan Nasional is ready, and we are ready.
So back to my question, MCA is still bound to mainland?
No, because both sides we actually contested the 4 parliamentary seats, and we have 2 seats on the island, 2 seats on the mainland.
So it's
equal,
50-50.
50-50.
Right.
Yeah.
But given the anti-Barisan Nasional sentiment in Penang, what's the thrust of your campaign?
I believe, a lot of this is because, of the publicity. The very aggressive publicity has been engaged by the Pakatan Rakyat. Since 5 years ago, they never stop politicize every issue. And then, sometimes politics is about perception. Right. And when they maintain a lot about perception. And when they maintain that political heat, the last 5 years, they did nothing but publicity and whacking at Barisan Nasional. Whatever we do is wrong. Whatever they do is right. So we have to tackle this issue. It's more of a psychological game too. And that's why Barisan Nasional we have come up with serang dan terang, explain and attack.
Serang dan terang.
Serang dan terang, that strategy. Serang means, we want to attack the lies of Pakatan Rakyat and the twisted facts and even the hatred sentiment, right? Playing with issue, typically every issue, politicize every issue. And then terang means, we explain what Barisan Nasional has done. You see, for example, the 95% debts of state that the Pakatan Rakyat claim that under the administration they have resolved, they managed to reduce 95%. But the fact is, this 95%, of the debts that sold by the Penang State government, which cost about 635 million, if I'm not mistaken, was actually transferred to federal government. But he did not tell the truth. So we have to explain to the people.
So this is an example of one of the issues. And serang dan terang being the thrust of your campaign. We'll be right back on GE13, the showdown, with Ms. Tan Cheng Liang. And next we'll be talking about some of the issues and also perhaps the factor that pulls MCA together, especially the Wanita side. Stay with us. The heat is on. GE13, the showdown, right here at our mini studio in Penang, talking to Ms. Tan Cheng Liang, who is MCA Penang Wanita chief. A lot of issues right here happening in Penang, and of course, some of the response and the feedback that we've got from people actually on the ground that we have gauged, Ms. Tan, is the fact that it's not that they want to vote for Pakatan Rakyat, but because of their anger for Barisan. On Barisan, and that is why, there's this anti-Barisan national sentiment.
Of course, for the last 5 years, you see what Pakatan Rakyat has done. Typically, every night they will have political ceramah. And there's a Chinese saying, if a lie spoken 100 times, it becomes the truth. And silent means consent, we don't rebut on it. Hokkien Kong lah, 谎言。天话讲一百刀就变真理。
That's right.
So it is actually stirring up of the hatred emotion. That's why just now I say it is a publicity strategy and packaging strategy, and that's why we have to counterattack it to explain to the ground of what Barisan Nasional has done, and even the Prime Minister has humbled himself as a head of the nation. He humbled himself and he apologized for whatever that is done not right, in the past. And that's why he's, taking up this strategy of transformation, but transformation with stability, right? Not reformation with reformasi with chaotic, situation.
Is that what's happening?
We see, the last 5 years, because of this seriously engaging in politicizing every issue, you see people's emotion has become very, very, very high, very up, and very, I would say, you see that now protests everywhere, and then breaking into fight, right now. Politics was not meant to be like that. Politics is meant to be, once you're in power, people has entrusted you with the power and resources.
Right.
You're supposed to, manage and, handle and take care of the stability and peace and development of the nation. And don't be a hypocrite. You talk one thing, you do another thing. One standard for Pakatan Rakyat, one standard for Barisan Nasional.
Right.
You see? Those days, they can promise you sky, they can promise you star, promise you everything. But now that they become, the ruling party, they did another thing. You see, that's why I say it's a double standard. Those days they opposed the poor. PORR, the Penang Outer Ring Road. Because he say that, this will jeopardize, the ecology
that's what they said.
and the environment, right? But now they're building the 6.3 billions of underwater tunnel, which, are facing so many, opposition, criticism from the NGO and the environmental protectionists.
Do you think that this is one of the reasons also that there's a growing number of fence-sitters or undecided voters right here in Penang? Is this what you are trying to capture as well? Huh?
In actual fact, now more and more people coming to tell me, when is next election? We can't wait now. We regretted for voting them the last round. Even youngster, we regretted for voting them. They are just mere politicians who playing lip service.
And among Wanita MCA right here in Penang, if we are looking at you as a group and the fact that you're now on the other side, I presume that this would be more challenging. What is the factor that keeps you all together and to go and counter all these lies, like you said?
You see, being a politician is quite hard already. Some more being a female, a lady politician, you have to face double challenge right now. But you see, why we are still fighting in the front line? It's because we believe what our grandparents, our ancestors, has come to this nation, for a better future, to be a better future for the generation, for the children. Same thing. Women are peace lover. We are mother. We have family. We have children to take care. So we do not want this country to fall into the hand of those who play hooligan politics, something politics, and even religious fanatic politics. We cannot accept. For Chinese women, we cannot accept that the hudud that that are going to be implemented by Patipas, and they have never denied that they are going to set up an Islamic country, a la PAS, the PAS style, the hudud style, and they actually, that style of religious ideology is actually discriminating women. Just looking at the fact that if a woman get raped, she has to prove 4 witnesses. She has to bring forth 4 Muslim men to be witnesses. Which I tell you, this is discriminating against the women.
Very interesting talk with you, Ms. Tan. Unfortunately, we need to wrap up the show. But of course, for our viewers out there, there is a lot of issues happening right here in Penang. Thorny issues as well. And we will look forward to GE13, which is, of course, a great showdown right here in the state of Penang. Thank you so much, Ms. Tan Cheng Liang, who is MCA Penang Wanita Chief. Thank you for joining us.